Geek Dad Live presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight, we're going to be talking about all of the reveals, or lack thereof, from Hasbro Pulse's Premium 1027 event. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. John, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing well. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. So I got a haircut today. My hair cutter parted it the opposite way, and it's freaking me out right now looking at this in the video. So I apologize if that's throwing anybody off as much as it's throwing me off right now.
It's a little different.
It's like reverse J, and I don't like it. I just gotta get used to it, I guess. But anyway, there's something about doing the intro live versus pre-recorded, because famously, if I try to pre-record that intro, right, John?
Mm-hmm.
I have to do it like 20 takes. But doing it live, didn't even think about it. I just did that intro, right? No, that was just the intro.
Maybe that's the way you got to do it, and just put the video like overlaid,
right?
With live audio.
But then I feel like if they're not seeing me live, I'll screw it up again. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Hasbro did a special event for Hasbro Pulse. Well, it was supposed to be Hasbro Pulse Premium members. But John, I feel like they posted on YouTube. I feel like there was a lot of people. You're not a premium member, but you were able to see it, right?
I saw a little bit. I was just kind of in and out,
okay.
and then I sort of scrubbed through it to, get through the
skinny,
uninteresting stuff.
Yes. Jay's hair looks so good. Jeez, laugh. Well, I made a playoff commitment to myself. I wasn't going to shave or cut my hair or anything during the playoffs, and wore the hat. But then the hat hair became too long to not wear the hat. But anyway, okay. Yeah, like Kayla said, it was just on YouTube, so it wasn't. They didn't do a unlisted link or anything. So
I did notice that they had the chat and the comments turned off.
Yes, well, it wasn't a live stream. It was like
that wasn't.
No, it was a pre-recorded video. Because they set it as a premiere as opposed to a live stream. So it can effectively work like a live stream. You can have a live chat, but they turn that off. But either way, it seems like anybody that wanted to see it could see, even if you weren't a premium member. A lot of the pre-orders are still premium member exclusive from 7 to 8. And then 8 o'clock, everyone will be able to check it out or get some of the pre-orders, including opening up pre-orders again for Dr. Mindbender and Serpentor. So if you missed out on those, you got another chance for Pulse Premium members right now, and then for everybody else at 8 o'clock, which I think is pretty cool. Right, John?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
let's say hello to the chat. It's hopping as always. Got Captain K, CTO 760, Hayden, Beast Mode, Rick Cabianco, BGC Cosplay, Space Cowboy, Sam Hain, Totally Rad Dad, Giraffe is here, Jason Nettage, Andrew, 60 Misfit, Toy Geekasaurus, Stanley's Toy Channel, Jeff Morris is also here, Tomatom, Mecha Man Blade, Brandon 3G, Gotham Stalker, Cobweb is in the house, Hal the Jester, Geek Strong, Dumb Blanco, Joseph Joe Kerr is here, Timmy K, Stuff Made by Alex, Kayla Silva asks, who doesn't want their burnt mini Stay Puffs, asking for a friend, aka me. Yeah, she messaged me saying, oh, those mini puffs are so cute, I want some. And I was like, I ain't giving you mine. Jay doesn't share toys. But good luck, Kayla, on your quest there. Viper Scout, Great Cornholio, Jack Knights, Jay Andrew, Boomstick Saint, 60-bit Misfit, the Proton Pack is not a toy, and so many more. So, John, your initial take for the 2-hour event. What was your thoughts?
It felt typical Hasbro. Like I said, I didn't go through the whole thing, but what I did see, it just felt like they laid on a few things for too long, and leaned into it a little bit.
I gotta say, the Deathasaurus is really cool. right? I think it's really cool as a Haslab. Also, I think it's reasonably priced. It's same price as the what was it again? The
Victory Saber.
Victory Saber. But this intro, John, I don't know if you watched the whole thing. If you said you scrubbed through it.
The intro to this I did watch.
Oh, okay. It went on for 75 minutes. I'm trying to push my hair to the side. I can't do it.
You're gonna turn into a flock of seagulls in a second.
I know, like, geez, what the hell is going on? But like, it looks cool. But again, let me timestamp this here, just so I wasn't being out of the. Let's see, 132, 137 almost. So is that 5 minutes for an intro video?
Is that longer?
I don't know. It was way too long. Looks really cool.
Either way.
But John, thoughts here on this Haslab? 11,000 backer minimum. I think there's a first tier at 14,000 backers. The Victory Saber, I think you mentioned how, or we talked about before, was in recent memory for Haslabs a good value, especially probably what it could go for on the secondary market once they start hitting. And it seems this one is similarly scaled, similar price, maybe higher backer count. But John, thoughts here on the Haslab premiere of this event?
I think it's great, So Victory Saber has his antagonist. And this was my guess from PulseCon. This is what I thought we were going to see at PulseCon.
Wait, Deathasaurus or just another Transformer?
No, Deathasaurus. This was my guess.
Oh, dang, you're good. I forgot that.
That's okay. But it seems, does that seem like a really high number for the first, just to get it to unlock?
And I wonder if this is a pivot because of the, even still 9,000 was too many, but a pivot from the Ghost Rider that had honestly, there's no bones about it, too high of a price for what it was. And maybe they pushed the minimum backer count, but to get a lower price. That was kind of my guess. And I didn't want to, before you answer that, John, I do want to plus in a new family member, Austin. Welcome to the GDL family, because I got family. Well, Austin, welcome. Okay, John. But so thoughts on that is the higher count is to lower the price, but it's going to make it tougher to back this thing.
Yeah. Because it's relatively the same price as Victory Saber.
Yep.
But that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So maybe they say, well, we got, price increases across the board. Everybody knows that. So if we keep this the same price, maybe we'll continue like however many backers there were for Victory Saber.
Yeah.
Chances are that same count will want this figure. So if they say, well, we can do it for 180, we had, I don't know how many, just say 15,000.
Sure.
We had 15,000 last time. We need 11,000 to get it done. We need 11,000 to price it the same. So let's just do that. Let's look at what is going on with the Marvel Legends Haslab.
Yeah.
And counter like a complete 180.
Yeah.
We'll just actually think about this. Let's see what we can do to get it made.
Yeah.
And okay, so if we have to jump up that number, like just the quantity, so be it.
Yep.
If we can sell that many,
because
the price is still lower. Whereas, if this was, $250 and they said, we need whatever, 8,000.
Yeah.
Maybe they wouldn't get it done.
Yeah.
They probably would, because it's it's a popular character.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think if that's their thought behind this, keep the price the same, but just raise the quantity needed.
Yeah.
Good on them for thinking about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I do think Still 11. I mean, they're gonna make a lot of money at 11,000 of them, but so it's not. It doesn't quite equate to the Eternia, which was like only 5,000 at 550. But it's still, I think you're right, John. I do think they're looking at the response to the Riva lightsaber, which was stupid priced. And the Ghost Rider set, which people have said it looks nice, but 350 just ain't cutting it.
Right.
And so keeping that same price as the Victory Saber, they knew optically, like this thing is okay. It is slightly bigger. It's here. It is side by side with the Victory Saber. So maybe we could charge more. But we've had so many. I don't want to say so many, but it's been 3. I mean, his tank excluded, 3 failed Haslabs in a row, 2 Star Wars, and it's not done yet, but it seems very much so that the Ghost Rider will be another failed Haslab, that they kind of took that into account. And I think Jason Woods has a great comment here that kind of backs that up. He said, I love how they stated they weren't going to wait a week or anything to post stretch goals. Felt like a shot at Marvel. John, what do you think about that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, they got to look at Marvel right in the face and point out what's going on.
Yeah. But again, I think that's good, right? You would hope any company would or at least take fan response to something and try to account for that. Swoosh, Aerosaurus. This hair is really bothering me. Like I should have just worn a hat. Almost 2K backed already. Yeah, Brian, did you send us a chart? Not that you're expected to. If you want to do one real quick. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to, I promise. Why, Ryan Dole, why are we talking about this? We got Pam twice. That should be the main discussion. Ryan Dole, it's a fair point, but we figured we'd start with the Haslab, as that's probably the biggest thing here. But still, I think there's a Ryan Rink. I'm trying. Yeah, I don't know. Like, am I stupid? I kind of want to back this.
No, I wouldn't call that stupid. I think this is one of the coolest Transformers,
right?
Ever. Like the look of this guy.
Yeah. Now, did it have a vintage? This was like this is like later G1, right?
This is like a strictly Japanese character.
Okay. So you would have to have like imported a Takara.
Yeah. If you wanted like the vintage toy, you would have to get like a Takara Victory version.
And I'm looking at them now. I'm guessing those aren't cheap.
No, probably not.
I'm looking at this listing right here on the old Evil Bay, and buy it now 1,000. Maybe it's a little bit less if you go for a bidded on version. But yeah, I kind of like, again, the price is such that I'm like, yeah, I could get a flying dinosaur combiner dude, right?
He looks awesome.
Yeah.
I've sold a knockoff version once.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sick. I think it's a cool Transformer. And unlike, I'm not a big Ghost Rider fan, but it's like 350 is like, I'm gonna spend 300 on that. But I'm like, $175. Okay, it's stupid nerd toy collector logic. It doesn't make any sense. It's a bad financial decision, but
it's not as bad a decision as Robus and Optimus, but it will always hold its value. This guy will always hold his value.
Yeah, exactly. But at least I was able to trade said Optimus Prime for a Haslab.
I wasn't taking a shot directly at you.
No,
that was just that was just a overall.
Oh goodness. But still pretty cool. Cool they had Stu there. I thought that was neat. I like that incorporation. Clearly he was a fan favorite during PulseCon, so I like that they brought him into it as well. I just felt bad for how long this intro video was, because I mean, maybe it was all edited so you didn't have to wait there, but like if I was like on a Zoom having to watch this for 5 minutes, I don't know, my ADD attention span wouldn't have done well. It didn't do well me watching it to talk about it here. I was like, oh, let me go get a snack or something. And I came back, I was like, it's still going on. Anyway, okay. So Deathasaurus is dope. Let's please Ryan Dole, okay? Because I don't know why. You should never encourage Ryan Dole. That's my personal policy. But I mean, both were we both? No, it's just me on on Toy Anxiety this week, but we talked about this. I think we talked about it on Toy Geeks as well. Ghostbusters, it was there, it was presented, but we didn't expect anything new. And that was the case here, other than seeing the packaged Proton Pack. But Pam did say that we should be getting new pre-orders or new figures in 2023. So I don't know if that's going to be because there's some new media to connect to, or maybe please sweet Jeebus, they do a animated series version.
Yeah.
But John, did you back the pack too, didn't you?
I did. Yep.
Let me go over to when they're actually showcasing it here. John, this thing looks amazing. The way the lights work, all of the like it looks all like real metal. I mean, I know we had the prototypes and we saw what was it? Was it Dan Savage? Was that his name? Did a for Mythbusters did a something. Is it Dan Savage? Something Savage. I can't remember his name.
It is Savage, but it's not Dan.
It's something Savage. Mr. Savage. Steve Savage. John Savage. Someone's gonna say in the chat right now. But like it looks so I mean, I was over the moon on this thing. If you've been following this channel for a while, we talked a lot about it. You know, I think people are getting a little bit sick of us talking about Eternia so much. Did way more videos about this Proton Pack than Eternia. And I gotta say, like the finished product looks so good. John, what's your Adam Savage? Dang it.
Randy Savage.
Randy Savage.
Yeah, this God. I mean, if everybody's shows up like this, I mean, come on. They are killing it. It looks weathered just enough, like the fraying on the you know, on the wire covers. It's so nice.
Yep.
It is unbelievable, like that it's come to this. You know, like it was like you said, it's one thing to see the prototype where, you know, part of you wants to say, oh, you know, they put extra work into like the weathering or to make it look metal because they're trying to sell it to you. But if this is like what we're all gonna get, I mean, come on. Like it looks unbelievable.
And the fact that you had both like cyclotron options, I gotta admit, when I first, because I really liked how they did the cyclotron in Afterlife, because it made it seem more like tactile and real versus just kind of the blinking lights from the original movie, which I get, you know, like I understand that. But when they first showed it and it did just the normal lights, like
the slow 1, 2, 3, 4,
like it was in the movie, I was like, okay, well that makes sense. That's what it was in the movie. But then I forgot that you had like both options. And so I love the light features and the fact that we're getting the Afterlife style cyclotron. This is I thought that looked cooler. But like I'm just over the moon. And then they actually a product that we've already gotten our hands on. They reverse engineered the Neutrona wand to turn on and off the Proton Pack. That's just from an engineering standpoint. That's really cool.
Yeah. Like, do you think they already had this in mind? Like, they must have had known. I mean, in order for the wand to control the pack, right? The functions have to feed back through.
Yep.
So they obviously knew, like, all right, maybe just in case, let's put controls in there that can connect through the hose.
Yep.
I mean, I love it. The wand, I absolutely love it. Like I mess with it all the time.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a fun, like, again, I got the and if you're a patron, if you joined us for this past week's After Dark, I did an unboxing of the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, and it is a fantastic prop lightsaber, and all of the electronic features are really good as well. But just the comparison between the Disneyland lightsaber, which I have Luke's Disneyland lightsaber, it's night and day, the quality between the two, and that's why I'm really excited. They also, I think it was earlier this week, but they announced the Luke Skywalker Force Effects lightsaber that is basically going to be the same type of setup as the Obi-Wan saber. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get that and just sell my Disney one, because it's that much better. And again, it translates here to this proton pack. Like, it's a really, really awesome proper replica.
Yep.
Brian Elo became a GDL fan member. Welcome to the family, Brian.
I got family.
And if you don't know what this is, it's 99 cents. You get a little thing next to your name. You get to use fun emojis, and you get it. We alternate different members. I don't do it. YouTube just randomly does it on the Geek Dad Life main page on YouTube, so you can show up there on the front. Okay. But John, any other thoughts here? The only thing I feel bad about is, I think people were saying in the chat, I wish I knew about this a year ago, or I would have backed it. That's the only downfall, because all things, you're all in, you're at around $500 some odd, and you've got and you still need an Alice frame, but you've got a legit proton pack, which if you wanted to pay a prop maker, it'd be like $2,000 and that's more if you wanted all the cool electronics, right?
And what's an Alice frame? $50?
People were selling for $15, but yeah, it's not much.
$15, really?
I think it was like surplus back when we were looking at them back then.
Yeah, from the Army surplus.
Yeah. But yeah, really cool. And at least there was a hint that there's more Ghostbusters to come, even though it was like, we don't have anything new, but TBD.
There's pre-orders a year from now.
I've been rewatching season 4 of The Office, and just when Ryan's talking about the fixes to Dunder Mifflin Infinity. At a date, TBD. We fix. All right, John, thoughts here on the Dungeons and Dragons reveals. I am in the camp of Chris Pine is the best Chris. And, some people are kind of crapping on the trailer, but this movie looks like a lot of fun. So it makes sense that they're doing D&D movie figures. And so for any of you, if that's your favorite Chris, you're going to have a nice visage to work with. But John, thoughts here on the Dungeons and Dragons reveals?
They look cool. I didn't watch the trailer.
It looks fun.
Because I was on my phone. I didn't want to watch the trailer on my phone.
That's fair.
But I mean, the figures look, they look pretty cool. Yeah, looks like they'll be able to mix in with pretty much any 6-inch line.
Yep. And the gelatinous cube is cool for those that want it. Honestly, and these dragons look great. This is supposed to be for the kids line. And so I dig that. But I gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping like, you got any of those animated D&D figures back there?
You got a Tiamat back there?
That's a nice dragon, but you got a Tiamat back there. And I forget. A lot of people forget. Yeah, D&D. It has, but I saw it at Comic-Con. It looks good. Like, and these little die roll guys I thought were pretty neat as well. Just kind of fun toys.
Yeah. I mean, aren't they the same as Bakugan or
I was thinking
those
Bakugan,
things are called?
Yeah. Back when I was a camp counselor, when the Bakugan was the it thing. They're kind of, the Bakugans are neat toys though. You like roll them out and they like flip out.
Yeah, they are. And these look, they're obviously better.
Yes,
the
but they
animal
only do the Bakugan kind of roll and pop out thing, more transformery, but still they're cool. They're cool.
Yeah.
And
that dragon is awesome.
The dragon's cool, and she said that's it's like a normal release. It's not
Right. That's like the kids line release.
Exactly. That's a cool ass dragon. So yeah, some cool stuff there. Starting lineup, they're doing the NFL. But again, if it's $1 million, I don't care. Call me when baseball is done.
Yep.
Okay. I felt for anybody that likes HeroScape, I am so sorry about how much I didn't care about this segment. Or didn't understand it or anything. But if you think it's cool, it's cool. People let me know in the chat, is it cool? Because I had no idea if any of this stuff was neat.
Yeah. I went right through all this. Once I saw Avalon Hill and I just kept fast forwarding until I didn't see it anymore.
And no offense to Chris or Patrick, but Chris was like reading off of a sheet to make sure he got all the stats and stuff right. And I was just like, I don't know. Can you just like sell this on me? I don't get it.
Right. Can it be on a screen in front of him, like a prompter, not a paper?
But I don't know. Maybe somebody can teach me about it someday. I am an MTG fan, or actually, I became I've been an MTG addict twice, and I had to quit both times. And so I haven't chased the dragon in a while with MTG. But Magic the Gathering is a very fun game, and they premiered this little another type of prop replica, even though I don't know, it looked a little gimmicky. So Chandra's a planeswalker. For those who don't know, planeswalkers are kind of like out of all the cards you could have in your deck, is kind of like I don't want to say god level, but kind of like a someone you maybe build a deck around, and if you have a theme, so she's fire, but there's like water and earth, and basically it's Captain Planet. I just realized that. But anyway, so this thing looks cool. But I don't know if like Magic the Gathering fans are gonna want this. Like I should have asked my good buddy, either Tommy, both our mutual friend, or David, who's also still really into MTG, if like they would buy this. But I don't know the crossover between Magic the Gathering fans and this, because I think they would rather just have a set of cards that are like exclusive that would give them an advantage in a game.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't, like you said, I don't know what the crossover will be like. I couldn't even guess that. I feel like this is more so just for like maybe modding for cosplay. Or vaping.
Yeah, like steampunk for sure. So
it's cool.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when the guy running the show is a game guy.
He's like, yeah, I want some of them cool props. So again, I like it. I like the tech behind it. It looks cool. I don't know if there's that MTG fan base that would really want this. And yeah, so there you go. Taking vaping to a whole another level. Real vintage mechanic cook pizza rolls. I don't know if it gets hot enough to cook a pizza roll. But the thing about pizza rolls is they're already cooked, right? You just need
to warm them up.
It's kind of like a hot dog, right? Like you just need it. I don't know, editable. And exactly, I think it was smart to put a exclusive card with it. But that's that. But honestly, you could have put anything with an exclusive card, and it would have sold.
Yep.
So I don't necessarily think that means this is a desirable thing, or I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't do that.
Is it a playable card, or is it like that deck that they're selling where all the cards are non-playable?
It is playable in Modern, which is right. I think she said Modern. Anyways, it's basically all the cards within the past 2 years. You can play in tournament level decks or whatever. Did I hear Jay has edibles? No, I do not. I do not have edibles on hand. Give out to all of you. All right, moving on. I gotta say, After seeing this segment, I don't know if you watched the whole thing, John, the Marvel Legends segment. But Steve kind of complained about how Ryan and Dan and Dwight don't let him in to doing these things.
Yeah.
And no offense to Steve, but after seeing this segment, I kind of have to side with Ryan, Dan, and Dwight. He was chaos, and very quickly just like took over the whole thing, was ripping open their like demo packaging to show the figures. And I get it was probably a bit or whatever, but I was just like, oh man, I know Ryan's sick, but can we get Ryan Ting back here? So we had some retro reveals. We had Luke Cage. And then we had Spider-Woman, and then we had the Doom, Fantastic Four. And, in our Discord, we were talking about it. Like, I've bought these on clearance, but like, is there a big audience for this? I feel like most people that I know that collect these collect them at clearance, like maybe get them in bulk for like $5 a piece or something.
Yeah.
John, are you seeing a familiar type of response to these?
Yep. I see a lot of lots being sold for fractions of what these retail for. Diamond has reduced these big time for retailers. So they are fun, but yeah, I don't see this line lasting forever, because it's going to be the, why aren't these selling anymore? Well, nobody wants to pay that much for them. They'll pay $4.
Yeah.
But that's like a cap.
Yeah. And again, I know people that love them. But again, I've bought them, but it's usually I try to get it at clearance, or we have some toy selling vendor friends that'll just have like a box of them at a toy show, and maybe then I'll pick some up, like 3 for $10 or something like that. But yeah, so again, people are saying I will, where is it here? I will not have, I won't stand for Steve slander. I'm just saying, listen, I don't want to pick sides. Okay. I'm just saying, look at Dan. He's got the cross arm, kind of like defensive position. Just like, you can leave now.
Who invited the new kid to play in the sandbox?
It's like, Ryan, come back. Run back, come back. Steve Evans is the soul of Hasbro. Okay, all right, fine. I won't say anymore. Okay. 60-minute miss. I compare them even to the Superpowers line, Gas, Blasphemy. Where I wouldn't, unless you're talking about the modern one, because scale is kind of thrown out for the modern superpowers, but original superpowers, this is my big problem with the line. Scale it to superpowers. Scale it to like that 4.5-inch scale figure. Then this whole retro line becomes a must buy. That's what I've said since the beginning, right, John?
Yep. It should have been scaled. I mean, the sort of that body aesthetic of Secret Wars should have looked more like superpowers, but of course there's licensing problems there. But make them close, like Remco to Mo2, so they can look better together.
Yep, agreed. I will say this Ghost Rider is tempting. It looks a lot of fun. The packaging looks like a lot of fun. But that's about it. Let's go to the Engine of Vengeance, which again, Dan and Dwight just seemed a lot more relaxed, more comfortable when Steve was gone. I'm just starting crap. I don't think anyone has argued that the Ghost Rider Engine of Vengeance doesn't look cool, and the lighting effects and everything they look amazing. I think it's just a matter of the price, and would the tiers be enough to offset that $350 price? They revealed the final tier. And John, now that we have all three here, what are your thoughts?
It's a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's not going to help. I honestly don't know who this character is. Not up on him, but
it's Damien Hellstrom. I think he's Mephisto's kid or something like that.
Is he?
See now my my thin geekery knowledge is on this subject is coming to light.
But
Son of Satan. Yeah, there you go.
Are they like contractually obligated to show this tier?
No, but I think it just continues to lose backers. It lost backers during this stream. I think it went from, I don't know, 5,000 or 4,000 whatever, and 50 to 5,000 whatever, and 30. Like it lost like 20 during the stream. Son of Satan. Yes, there you go. Son of Satan.
But yeah, at this point, there is no point. It's just them showing, something else you're not going to get.
What's that Simpsons gift? Stop. He's already dead. Oh. And yeah, no underboob. Madeline Pryor. Hellstrom isn't in his original costume. Pass. The stream reminded people to cancel.
Yeah, probably. Because they were already on the Haslab back in the Transformer. Oh, I gotta cancel that.
Damn, that's a good point.
Engine.
That's a good point.
I gotta cancel that while I'm signed in.
Yeah, it's a really good point, John. But yeah, so there you go. I feel bad for the Marvel team, or at least like Dan, Ryan, and Dwight. I'm sure they don't want it not to back, but again, I think it's just take your learns and come back next time with something that is either priced to sell, or if you're gonna have a heavy price tag on it, it better be something that like, all right, I know this is overpriced, but I need it. Right?
Yep. It's got to be Galactus, Sentinel, that kind of heavy.
But again, the Galactus is gigantic compared to this, and it comes with, is it 3 figures? So yeah, or just be able to connect to the cultural zeitgeist better.
Yeah. Yep.
Son of Satan is full topless. Yeah, when the guy gets to free the nipple, but the lady has to be fully covered up. I feel like that's not fair, not equal. And I just feel like we should be in a more forward-thinking society, right, John?
Yep.
Hashtag free the nipple. Hashtag free the underboob. Hashtag.
Maybe if she had the pentagram tattooed, then we'd see it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Danger Room play set. I mean, there's just I think there's other things that would to grab more, but yeah. Anyways, we've talked too much about that damn thing, so let's move on. Thoughts here on Wonder Man? I'm sure Ryan Dole will be like, this is the coolest thing ever. I don't have too much of a.
Yeah, I could not comment on this figure at all. It's almost with the glasses like that, like with the red shades, it almost looks like Daredevil in a raincoat. Like, when he's unmasked with his glasses on. Like, oh, this is just Daredevil out on a Sunday doing his grocery shopping.
Oh man, have you watched all of She-Hulk yet, John?
I haven't. No, not yet.
Oh, I'll say
I have not gotten to that episode.
No, let's just say it's incredible, and I love it so much. But yeah, Fing Foom. Anyways, we'll see. I also was getting kind of evil Superman, just Clark Kent vibes.
Yep. So it's like Superboy older, like the Death of Superman Superboy.
Yeah,
gets a little older.
So when he becomes Superman, wait, that's just what it is.
Super middle-aged boy.
Yeah, super adolescent man. Oh, this is going off the rails. All right, and then we've got what's this one's name, John? I don't remember.
Yelena Belova.
Yes, Yelena Belova. Thank you. Another character. I don't see. This is getting deep cuts here, and I don't know them as well.
That's Black Widow's sister, right?
Oh, is it?
Is it? Okay. People, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, you're gonna let us know right now. Like, unsubscribe.
They don't know what they're talking about.
But yeah, That's cool, I guess. And then
Pretend sister.
Pretend sister. Okay. You Lena Bologna. I will agree with Boocat here. The hair on the Marvel Legends do look fantastic. Another Black Widow from the Red Room. There you go.
Yep.
Flash 739. I can tell you who she is. She's uninteresting. This is the current MCU Black Widow. Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
Cool. That's pretty neat.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I know. Now I get it.
What?
Who she is, like in the MCU, you know, from Hawkeye and the Black Widow movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with the hair. It seems like for a long time the hair was like sort of universal for females and males, and now they're like singular sculpts per figure. Looks really good.
The hair on Marvel Legends looks better than Jay's hair. Jay, you should go to the sculptor. I will. I'm sorry. And then Baron von Strucker. It's not another character that I am. Whatever. Florence. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I know that. Florence Pugh, Black Widow. Boom.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Baron here. I remember his first figure from the Marvel Legends Face Off 2-pack. But that's about all I know about him.
Yeah. It's just like this one hair just won't stop, and I can't get it to stay up.
You should have left it alone, Jay. You should have left it alone.
All right, and then we have this animated 2-pack Carnage and Black Suit Spidey. I know people love the X-Men VHS series. Not a huge fan of cell shading. These definitely also incorporate all of that cell shading look. But John, thoughts here on these two figures, the Carnage and the Black Suit Spidey?
I'm not a big fan of the cell shading on the Black Suit Spidey. I think it looks weird.
Yeah.
Having the blue as the shading, it just doesn't grab me. But that Carnage looks good. I do like the Carnage because the axe hand sells it for me. Because when I had the vintage Toy Biz Carnage and he came with that axe hand, I was all about it.
Yeah. Boocat says sad that animated Carnage isn't pinless, which at this point, if they aren't doing pinless, like what are you doing with your life? Which I didn't realize it wasn't pinless. Do we know that for sure? Did they say that?
It's hard to
nope, there's the pins. I see.
Oh yeah, there they are. You can see it under the knee. What are they doing?
Oh God. But real honestly, like once you go pinless, you can't go back to pins, right?
Nope.
But anyway, looks cool. But agree on the pin front. Power Rangers, Pam two-timing us with the Power Rangers team. But I gotta say, these this cop dude, and again, I'm MMPR. That's it. Turbo Blue Centurion, and In Space Silver Cycle. This dude looks cool. John, you know more about MMPR or Power Rangers than I do, but thoughts?
I think he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
His face sculpt looks weird to me, like the little smile he's got. It looks like his face is almost too small under there. But I can't remember if that's what it was like on the show because it was more, just like the sculpted mask. But I always liked this character. I like this figure.
It's a cool design.
Yeah. I think I dig him.
Yeah, he's neat. He's pretty neat. And then yes, we have the silver bike as well, which they showed here. So two cool sets. They are on Hasbro Pulse right now. Yeah, it's after 8:00. So if you go right now, people are saying in the chat, get your Serpentors if you haven't gotten them yet, as well as the Dr. Mindbender. If you haven't got, or if you want them and haven't gotten them yet. Love this crew here. with Trini's daughter, which is really cool. So that's exciting for the old school Power Rangers fans like me. The Star Wars reveals, John. What was your thoughts? There wasn't too much new stuff. But again, I got the Obi-Wan. I have it now in hands. The Obi-Wan saber is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be pre-ordering this Luke one and then selling my Disney Luke saber. So I'm excited for that. Any of the other reveals stand out to you on the Star Wars front?
None.
Yeah.
Nothing that, nothing unexpected.
Well, they almost kind of made their point about, so we're finally getting the Pedro Pascal Mandalorian in the trooper armor.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember who said it. It was like, oh, well, we got Bill Burr's character last year.
Yep.
And now, a year later, we're finally getting the main character from the show.
Remember back in the day when we used to get the main characters first?
And it's beating a dead horse on this one, but that encapsulates the problem with Star Wars, Hasbro Star Wars anyway, that it's like, season 2 of Mandalorian, was that 2 years ago at this point? Because we had Book of Boba Fett last year.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're literally 2 years almost, give or take, and it took a year to get one figure from that iconic scene, and then another year to get another figure from that iconic scene. That's insane. I'm sorry, it's nuts. And then we got this dude, another gaming greats,
Cal Ketsis or something like
Sure.
that.
I
don't
know
know.
love this game, so I don't want to downplay it, but we've already gotten this figure. This is just a gaming greats version of it. Cool. And then we've gotten this Boba Fett, right? I have this Boba Fett sitting around here somewhere, but you're getting it on the retro card.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the
just reissues and repaints.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else? Selfie series, who cares? Oh, and then G.I. Joe. I love seeing the 2-ups. I was kind of hoping, it's like, oh, are they gonna make like 2-up retro figures or something? But they're just the original 2-ups.
Yeah.
But we had the name reveal. What's his name again? Is it
Chuckles?
Chuckles, thank you. So that, I thought that was pretty cool, but I kind of want 2-ups O-ring figures, but then I'm like, oh, it'll be $75. No thanks.
Yeah, when a 3 3/4 O-ring is, what are they, 20 singular essentially? Yeah, the 2-ups would be spendy. But is that like the 4 figures that are there? Is that like what they're essentially telling us? I know they said Chuckles.
Well, they said Chuckles. They also said like not all of them survive. These are the ones they picked out, but I'd be curious if it was a hint in some form or fashion.
Right. Yeah, like Nagahide, Jinx, Chuckles,
yeah,
Storm Shadow version 2.
Mm-hmm. But still, it's kind of cool. They still have them laying around somewhere in the archives. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so let's wrap this thing up, John, with their selfie that they took of themselves at the very end. Whereas I wanted to show it because I thought it was really, here it is. Hold on. That's their picture that they took. And I want it to be known for the record that their production uses iPhones on tripods. So if you ever say to yourself, you're sitting at home and it's like, God, I wish I could do a YouTube channel or make videos or something like that. If you have a cell phone within the past 5 years or so, you can do this. The first year of Geek Dad life, all the video work was done on my iPhone 8. So there's no reason not to use the tech that we have around us if you ever want to make content. But overall, I thought it was fun. I liked how they went throughout the Hasbro headquarters and stuff like that. And I don't think either of us expected big reveals. But you know, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was a waste of time, right, John? Or you seem to be more against it than I was on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the production of it, even though it's like it was pre-recorded, put
Mm-hmm.
together, sort of a little bit more campy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that better than the PulseCon DJ and the Pitchman
Yes. Yes.
aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wish we saw more stuff. You know, I wish we saw more Ghostbusters. I wish we
Mm-hmm.
saw just more reveals from other, like, you know, more GI Joes. Like, talk about the O-rings once, please.
Yep.
And speaking of that, the Stinger is shipping.
Yes,
The
yeah,
retro
mine started
Stinger.
shipping. Yes, agreed.
So
And I'm gonna plus in Brick Something's comment here. Yeah, no fat shaming, folks. I gotta say, kind of enjoyed not having the comments on.
yep.
And yeah, so that won't be tolerated here. So let's all be kind and welcoming to each other. No need for those type of comments. But I totally agree. Like much better than the club vibes. Like
Mhm.
way. I don't know, it didn't seem as it's gonna be corny no matter what, but
Yeah.
it felt less corny, I guess.
Mhm. If it didn't feel so forced.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, and agree. Yeah, the marketing folks are more used to it, and they just feel more comfortable in it than
Mhm.
that poor. I can't remember his name, but he kept saying Serpentor or whatever, like, and doing those. I don't know, trying to act like a fan when it's like you're a hired gun.
Yep.
You're a hired gun. Let's look at some graphs sent in by Brian Brink. Let's see how the old Deathasaurus is doing. And you can see right now it's actually trending similar to the Victory Saber.
Oh, wow. It's almost
Um,
like right on point.
yeah, just about, maybe trending a slightly behind, but you know, that's who knows how these things go, but doing pretty strong. And you know, it's already nearly at 3,000 backers. And it's on its way here to the fund goal. The additional goals, though, at 14,000 and 17,000 are a bit higher. And I'm sure we'll get some more details on, you know, how it's training, all that kind of stuff. But it's day one. But day one, pretty strong. And I may be another one of those people that goes and backs this thing because it looks really cool. But Mattel needs to get on that. Serpentor. So love that. And then also let's look at Ghost Rider.
Oh, man.
So now we have all these tiers, which, you know, Brian, God bless him for trying, doing his best here. But I love how he's added this trajectory, right? Like last day spike. When
Mhm.
we did our stream on Sunday, I think it was trending with a last day spike, maybe getting just under at like 8,700. And now, even with a last day spike, accounting for a last day spike, looking at only about 7,655, even if there is a last day spike like other Haslab play sets. So nice that they threw in the other tier here of Hellstrom at 11,000 backers. But for anybody that wants this, again, not looking good. Not looking good.
Nope.
Hey, at least the line is moving. Yeah, it's moving down. It's a nice slight decline.
And it might it might keep going. Like, it might have a further dip once the rest of the people log in to back
Yeah,
Deathasaurus that didn't realize that they could watch the stream because they weren't premium members.
that's true. That's true. I we'll see. Again, I feel for anybody that really wants this thing and it's not going to happen. I understand it. You know, I know there's people out there that would really like this thing to happen. But again, kind of writing's on the wall as far as that's concerned. But hey, you never know. Could be the comeback story of the century. The underdog clawing its way back.
Gets it by one.
Gets it by one. One is all you need.
Yep.
One is all you need. All right, John, any other thoughts?
Nope. I was hoping to see a little bit more of that indoor bunker playset. I guess we'll have to wait till probably Toy Fair.
Probably.
New York in February.
Yeah, February will be the next big thing. Aside from some type of random stream or something.
Yeah, I think that this will be it for till the end of the year for any major announcements.
Indeed. But you never know. I was hoping for at least a hint of the upcoming Star Wars Haslab. I want an Ewok Village. I want a 3 3/4 inch something. Now I realize that it could be a dangerous proposition because it shouldn't be anything, but like something cool. Something cool.
Yeah, the Star Wars team needs redemption.
They do. Talk about a comeback story. Talk about the underdog here. Come on. That's true. Toy Fair is next fall unless they push it up. So, there's a Toy Fair in Germany though. So maybe they do something there.
That's right. Yeah, they do announce some things there.
So maybe I'll just travel over to Germany. I want to thank the people that make this show possible. Patrons, if you want to help this channel grow, become a patron today at patreon.com/geekdeadlife. Get your name in the credits at the end of any of our long form videos, as well as access to our Discord, as well as access to our after show, and so much more. I think we'll have asked us to do a live stream watch party for Short Circuit, so I gotta figure that one out. Short Circuit 1 and Short Circuit 2, and yeah, should be a lot of fun. But again, thank you to all the patrons. Thank you everybody here on this list, everybody here in the chat hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to all of the GDL family members. That's it for Hasbro's 10/27. And we'll see you Sunday night, normal Toy Geeks time. A lot of videos working on right now for this channel. My Galactus is coming soon, so I'll have a Galactus video soon. Playmate Star Trek, Super 7's TMNT Ultimates Wave 5. I don't think Super 7's going to like my video on that one. Honestly, it's kind of depressing doing that video right now, John, but I have to get it done at some point. And take care, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. And until next time, hasta luego. And goodbye. Take care, everybody.